Hey, I'm Virgo and this is Psychedelic Actualization. On this channel we talk about topics like self-realization, self-actualization and working with psychedelics to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. So today I want to share the trip report, a report of my first Kambo experience. For those of you who don't know it, Kambo is a frog poison from a frog from the Amazonian rainforest, and it's said to have like healing powers. Some say it's only physical, some say it's physical and mental and spiritual, cleansing and cleaning of the body, and that it has really amazing benefits for your health and for cleaning your body and for cleaning yourself of disease and of bacteria and everything. So that is Kambo, and I had like in my life several opportunities and possibilities to take Kambo, but I always like stayed away from it because I thought to myself like, well, I'm healthy, I don't need Kambo, and it's not a psychedelic experience. So people who do it, like, usually they like suffer a lot and they vomit a lot during the experience, and they suffer like physically and also mentally a little bit, and then after the experience usually they feel fit and healthy, and sometimes they even like get cured from a disease. So I personally know some people who cured cancer like with the help of the Kambo medicine. At least Kambo was part of the process. So Kambo is a really interesting experience, but I always stayed away from it because I thought I was healthy and I didn't want to suffer that much. And I'm more interested in the psychedelic part of these medicines. But like one day, I think now 2 months ago, the opportunity came again, and this time even like for free and in a really beautiful setting in the mountains of Spain, in the middle of nature. And so I decided to take Kambo for the first time in my life. It took the whole day. So for the preparation you have to drink a lot of water. And even that part, it was one of the most difficult parts of the whole experience. So before the experience of the Kambo began, you have to drink like maybe at least 4 liters of water, and you have to chug it down all at once right before the ceremony. And it was hard for me to drink that much water. I mean, I'm not used to that, and after like 3 liters of drinking water, I just vomited for the first time just because of the water, and it was really it was uncomfortable, and I had to drink a little bit more and more and more. So maybe I had like 3 liters in my stomach, not even enough actually for the Kambo ceremony, and we still continued with this ceremony. So we burned like what you do while the ceremony is like they burn holes in your arm or in your chest or somewhere around your body, and I did it on my arm, and you get like holes burned into it. I don't know if you still see it, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 points right now, and yeah, we even had a not so great wooden stick, so it was quite difficult to like burn the holes into the body, into my arm. And I decided to take like 5 holes, 5 points of Kambo. You can do like how many you want. You can do 1 or 2 or 3 or 7 or 10. And usually like the more you get, the stronger is the experience. And what I've heard from my guide is like that they do usually they do 3 for women and 7 for men, and so I decided to take like a little bit in the middle, so 5 is still quite a bit for the first experience. And yeah, 5 holes in my arm, and he put a lot of frog poison on there. It was really a lot from the Kambo stick. And as soon as the Kambo was like in contact with my skin, as soon as it was there, I started to feel the effects coming, and they were coming really strong and really fast. Let's put this one a little bit behind. So it was really strong and coming on really fast, and I felt the effects after like 5 to 10 seconds after he put it on there. And it was intense. First I was feeling like my heart beating really fast, and I was feeling it really intensely, and then that beat also continued like in my head. My head started to like beat, and it was intense. After like 30 seconds to a minute, I started to vomit. Like it took 30 seconds and I started to vomit. And I vomited and I vomited and I vomited, and it was a really, really uncomfortable vomiting. And I vomited again and again and again, up to maybe like 10 to 15 times. I didn't count it, but it was really bad. And then like, because I was like heading towards to the ground and was sitting there with the head down to the ground to purge and to vomit, my head was like blown up. So it was really, really swollen. It was so damn swollen, you can't believe it. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of it, because like me and everybody around there, we didn't have our phones or a camera or nothing. We were just like free from all electronics at the Rainbow. So unfortunately I don't have a picture, but I was like, my face was so swollen that I first, in the experience, it was really hard to breathe, and afterwards nobody would even notice or recognize me as myself, because my voice was so different and my head was so swollen. So my head was blown up like a frog, which made it impossible for me like to see, because my eyes were like so swollen, and it was hard to breathe because everything was so swollen. I couldn't really breathe through my nose, and I had to vomit and vomit and vomit again and again. So it was also kind of difficult to breathe through my mouth, and it was so uncomfortable. It's not very often that this happens, but I had thoughts of regret and of resistance towards the medicine. I thought I wanted to say to him like, put it off, take it away, like take the medicine away so it would end sooner. But I didn't. I focused myself, and I was in the suffering, and I suffered a lot. I was even looking forward to that suffering. I told him like beforehand, I haven't suffered much in my life, and I haven't suffered much for a long time, so I'm looking forward to the suffering. But it was suffering. I was suffering a lot, and it was hardcore suffering. And I just thought about like letting go, surrendering, trying to breathe through it, and to listen to the river. We were by a beautiful river and a beautiful setting. And it was one of the hardest experiences of my life, honestly. I was suffering physically, really hardcore, and I was suffering like, not really suffering, but like, it was a difficult experience mentally too, to go through it and to let go into it, because it was so damn uncomfortable and hardcore suffering. And after I purged a lot, I went down on my knees with the head on the ground, trying to be grateful to the medicine. And then I purged some more. But I didn't have enough like water inside of me, so I didn't have enough content and like resources inside of me, because I also, like, you don't eat before the experience a day before. So I purged some more, or had that purging effect, but there was nothing inside of me, so I couldn't really purge more, because it was just coming out, and it was just this purging, but there was no water inside of me anymore, so it was difficult to bring all the poisons out. It was extreme, really. It wasn't much coming out, but wow. And I couldn't like drink some more. I tried to like drink some more water in while the experience was happening, but my lips were so fucking thick that I couldn't even like drink anything, because I couldn't move anything in my face, and it was so difficult. And after the experience, like, I was happy that it was over and that I did it. So and what I realized, like, afterwards and while the experience was happening, I guess, I mean, I don't know exactly scientifically what it was, or if it cleansed something in my body, but I definitely felt like it was cleaning my body of a lot of toxins, because what I purged was like dark yellow and brown stuff. I think you can even like look up what that means, what the color of your purged stuff means. So for you and for what it's working inside of you. For me, it was like dark yellow and brown stuff, and my face was still so swollen up for a couple of hours. That was really extreme. I mean, I've watched a lot of people, and I've been with in the ceremony of Kambo with a lot of people. Wait, let me check the camera. It's fine. So I've been in a lot of ceremony, and I've watched a lot of people doing Kambo, and I've been there while they were doing it, and their face was usually, it was also really swollen, but for like at maximum a couple of hours, and after that it went back to normal. But for me, I was so swollen that people didn't even recognize me, that I couldn't even breathe properly. And I can imagine, I haven't looked at myself like directly after the experience, but people told me it looked so funny. So I think I'm gonna do the Kambo again, maybe one day, I don't know, just for the picture of it and just to show you the picture of it. But like hours after the experience, up until in the late evening, my face was so swollen, and I was feeling calm, but also like kind of exhausted and a bit weak and tired after the experience the whole day. So it was a really interesting experience. Would I do it again? As I told you, I don't know. It was a lot of suffering, and I don't know if I would do it again. It was so difficult and uncomfortable. But it's like medicine for the body. I mean, I want to like research a little bit more about it, like the scientific side of it, or like the knowledge from the shamans about the medicine, and like to see more the background and the knowledge about it. But it was a horrible experience, to be honest. It was so uncomfortable. But it was a good cleansing of the body and a detoxing of the body. And my face was like swollen for 3 fucking days. 3 days. So I watched people like coming back to normal after the Kambo experience after a couple of hours, but my face was swollen for 3 days. And that also like made me think about like, am I ever going back to my normal face? Will it be like that forever? It was scary because it was working so long, you know? My face was swollen so big, like 10 or 20 times bigger, and my voice was so different than usual for 3 days. 3 days, or even 4 or 5, I don't even know anymore. 4 or 5, then it went kind of a little bit back to normal, but it was still bigger than usual and a little bit blown up. And even after, like the day after the Kambo, I was just chilling and relaxing and resting, because I was still like exhausted. Some people like they say after the Kambo experience, after the next day, they feel like energized and newborn and they're full of energy and they can do anything. And but it wasn't that experience for me. I was just like exhausted and chilling and resting a lot more for the next couple of days. And like in the long run now, after a couple of weeks, when I look backwards, has anything changed in my life? Do I feel any different? No, I think not from the Kambo. So it probably did something and it worked inside of me and it cleansed and detoxed my body a little bit, but I don't feel really different. But it was a really interesting experience for sure. Do I recommend it? I don't know. Look into it for yourself, see some people, watch some people doing it, and really look into the research of it. If you're sick, if you have a disease that isn't really curable, or you don't want to take the pharmaceuticals related to that sickness or that disease, then look into it, and then maybe I would recommend to try the Kambo, even like do it in a moon circle like 3 times. So yeah, look into it for yourself. Then I can kind of maybe recommend it, because I know people who have cured diseases like cancer in a really late stage with the help of Kambo. So for that, maybe it's a great medicine. For myself, I'm healthy and it was a horrible experience, so I don't know. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you're interested in topics like self-realization, self-actualization and healing and stepping more into your authentic self, then subscribe to this channel, join our Facebook group, Psychedelic Actualization, follow me on Instagram and be part of this awesome community of like-minded people. Thank you very much for watching, much love to you, and I will see you in the next one.